Oh, no.
We're going to kick off with the Spice Girls and spice up your life.
Okay, it's time on the programme now when we're going to have one of
Dickie's chap in that series called Ian.
yes, Steve.
We can't buy you love. Good evening, this is Joyce Rainey, your presenter this evening on Live at 6.
Notorious CBGB's club.
I think it was John Lennon who said, before Elvis, there was nothing.
If only President Bush and Tony Blair had listened to me. Pedal steel guitar now.
Here we go with Happy Birthday, Sweet 16.
And that was the first of 3 tracks from our featured classic album This Evening, Blondie, which was #1 in the charts 26 years ago this week.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Showbiz Soundtrack Show. This is the show dedicated to West End, Broadway and film soundtracks.
You know there are some records that just as soon as you hear that very first note, you know exactly what's coming.
You could play some David Cassidy for my mum, that kind of thing.
Frank Sinatra?
Yeah, a little bit of Frank, a little bit of Dean.
Dean Martin.
New music from Katie Tunstall, Black Horse and the Cherry Tree. There's going to be more Elvis on the way. We can't get enough of him.
Artist, actually one of my favourites of all time. This is The Lightning Seeds and Pure.
Go on, of course you were. Own up to it. And what about Andy getting his comeuppance by being shoved over the flyover?
I hope you enjoy it, so sit back and listen to this.
Thank you very much for listening to Hospital Radio. Coming up next, it's Charles Big E. Thanks for the last hour.
You're listening to Hospital Radio on Patient Line, Channel 28. And with your requests and dedications, don't forget this is the show where you get a chance to choose the music. How do we do that? Well, it's quite simple. We have a team of request collectors and patient visitors up and about on the wards as we speak.
What would you like us to play for you tonight?
I have Anastasia.
Could I have anything by Robbie Williams, please?
Robbie Williams.
What it is your name, the ward and request. If you'd like to fill that in for me.
What's your favourite?
Well, I'm a great fan of Tina Turner.
Oh, Tina Turner, oh great, yeah. With the legs.
I can't think of the actual title, but you'll know the song.
I always promised myself when I gave up the day job, which I did a few years ago, that I'd like to learn to be a proper radio presenter.
I love presenting my own show as well. It's kind of like me, and it's kind of just kind of really ego, you know, it's a real big ego boost.
It's really hard to explain. I just love it. I love doing it.
But also it's the idea of going round the wards and talking to people who very often say we haven't spoken to anybody all day.
I like the fact that we are an organisation that actually cheers people up and helps in their recovery.
To feel that you can give something to people, and then when you've got music in common and they choose the Frank Sinatra or something, you say, oh, I like Frank Sinatra, their faces light up and it's really wonderful.
Therefore you get to play the music that you think they'll like, but you know you'll like.
Once you get the bug of sitting behind a microphone and chatting to somebody, it's an extraordinary hobby and experience.
If I can bring a smile to somebody's face, even though I can't see it, then I'm happy. I feel that, you know, I might have brightened their life somewhere.
I would say, yes, have a go. If I can do it, you can do it.
Thanks for listening.
This film is a Media Trust production, and we'd like to thank the HBA, Angel Sound and Metropolis for all their help. Production assistant was Takako Gamagawa. The sound was recorded by Mick Duffield and the music composed by Paul Huckabee. The film was shot by Belinda Parsons and edited by Amy Quince. The executive producer was Sally George, and it was produced and directed by Teresa Grimes.